Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of the Ionavation Podcast. I'm your host Aiden Rodriguez.
And I'm your co-host Aline Cordero, and with us today we have criminal justice major, 2024 IIC winner, CEO and founder of Balcacer's Bouquets, Jared Balcacer.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you so
coming,
much.
yeah.
So today our video is inspired by FirstWeFeast Hot Ones. It's a famous series on YouTube. So basically we have a set of hot sauces that we're going to go through, and we have a bunch of wings in front of us. So we have a series of questions also to ask you.
Okay.
So we're just going to go through each wing, and as we go through each wing, we're going to dab on the hot sauce, and it's supposed to get hotter and hotter.
Okay.
Can you handle the heat?
It's all right. We're going to find out today.
Yeah, all right. So let's just jump straight into it. So we're going to start off with our first sauce. You know, it's a green bottle. Green usually means good, right? So, yeah, I think you can just start dabbing that on there.
Let's find out. So what's the first question you got for me?
Even though you're a criminal justice major at Iona University, you still somehow managed to find your way to the Heinz Institute. So what exactly drew you to our space, and how exactly has our space been beneficial towards you in any way, shape, or form?
So what I'll say is it first started when I started my business, gave my bouquet to my girlfriend, and then I have these friends. Their name are Shirley, Layla, Kayla, and Shaquan, and they had actually told me that there's a space here at Iona that fosters kind of making your own business, and it's just a lot of positive energy like around this area. So they told me they're actually doing an innovation challenge every year that I should go with my business. I went in blind, had no idea what would come out of it.
Yeah.
And from there I met amazing mentors here, and from there this space has just taught me how to be a better business owner, as well as just learning how to grow in entrepreneurship.
What specifically would you say that you learned to become a better business owner?
Some things I learned is definitely time management, as well as making sure that you're paying yourself enough for the work that you're doing. Because one big thing is that once you start a business, it's like, all right, I got to do this, I got to do that. And you want to be pushing out 1 million orders, but at the same time, you need to really think about yourself, because you don't want to be doing 1 million orders and still as a college student, I need to work on my homework, I need to study for tests and stuff like that. So being able to manage not only your business, but your personal life is a big part of it. I think we just hop into it, right? We'll take a bite.
Definitely.
Oh, light with no reaction.
Okay.
Light with no reaction. I can do that all
I really don't eat spicy food that much, so this is going to be a real test for me, to be honest.
It's kind of mild, a little bit
Yeah,
spicy.
It's not even that bad though.
Yeah, it's really not. This is light work. I got this.
You hope so.
Feels like you're trying to convince yourself.
Yeah. Pain
That's a really good first wing, I will say.
Pain is in the mind.
Okay. Now for the next sauce, we're gonna have extra hot. How were you able to handle the first wing?
First
Was
one
it
was
good?
pretty good, pretty easy. It's like just a regular.
Yeah. What about you, Aiden? How did you do?
Yeah, I think I did pretty good.
Yeah. So now we're starting with our second sauce. How was the first sauce? How would you rate it?
It's pretty good. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. So how about you, Aiden? Were you able to handle it?
No, for sure.
Okay, perfect. I think I was able to handle it too. So now we're moving on to the second sauce, which is original habanero, extra hot. So
All right.
yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go on with the second question. So in the beginning of 2024, you started a business called Balcacer's Bouquets. The business idea started after you gave your girlfriend a bouquet of flowers for when you initially asked her to be your girlfriend. How did you know that you could be successful in this business? Did you have any prior experience, and did you have any team helping you?
Let's take a bite here.
Yep. We gotta go in.
So to be honest, going into it, I had no idea whether it would be successful or not. As a college student, I really had no money to my name, and when my girlfriend posted it on her Instagram, wow, this is hot. When she posted it on her Instagram, it got a lot of traction. Where people were asking her where she had got it from and where I had bought it from. And it was a little bit of a flex for her to be like, my boyfriend actually made it, so it was more sentimental to her. And I actually had no experience making it before. And just going into it, I was like, man, if this is something that's people are loving, I can make this my niche and make it into my own business.
Yeah, that's smart. It also, you built a huge traction. Yeah, it is getting pretty hot. You've made like a really big name for yourself on campus with this business, and everybody loves your flowers,
Yeah.
and especially like the way that you've designed them.
Mm-hmm.
So like, why don't you like take us like through that process a little bit? You don't have to.
Yeah, so the first bouquet that I actually gave her, and this kind of adds to kind of the niche, was her favorite thing are pop figures. I've bought her, I want to say, at least 10, 15 pop figures to date. And I wanted it to be something that she can look at and be like, wow, like this embodies what I love, on top of the flowers, on top of it being pink because that's her favorite color. So one of her favorite colors. But I put the pop figures in it. I actually did a bunch of research on like TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. And with the customizations, like the options just grew because people were asking me, oh my God, can you put happy birthday on it? Can you put happy anniversary? I've had people that's like, oh, can you put unblock me? And I go deliver flowers to their girlfriend's house. Like these crazy things that, see, when you guys are thinking about it and laughing, it's like, wow, like it's cute, but you would have never thought of it before because going to a florist shop is like, all right, I go get a bouquet of 12 red roses and give it to her. Oh, she's going to love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then again, you come to me and it's like, I can add all these special things that she loved. I made a Cheshire Cat bouquet. Like, how many people do you know love Cheshire Cat?
Mm-hmm.
Not me.
I mean, it's exactly. Like, it's just different things like that. So, yeah, the customization options really kind of broaden my market that I can tap into. And it's just not your regular one-stop florist shop for flowers.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It gives you more bang for your buck, too.
For sure, absolutely.
So, moving on to our next sauce, we have Original Habanero Triple Extra Hot.
Ooh.
So, this one's going to be good. How did you guys deal with the last one?
I'll be honest, it gave me a little uppercut to the taste buds, but it's alright.
It was good. It was savory. It was good. Yeah.
Alright, you're not feeling anything?
No, I'm good.
Would you say that you're like going strong right now?
I think I am. I think I'm gonna be able to make it.
Okay.
What about you, Jared? You think you could make it?
I'm gonna make it, you know, a couple tiers later, but I'll be there.
Alright, so why don't we just dab the next sauce?
Right.
So, shortly after you started your business, you entered what you built into the Ionavation Challenge. So, the Ionavation Challenge is a 2.5-month competition, and you ended up taking home the $5,000 cash prize for first place. So, I don't know if you put it towards your business. I don't know if you splurged a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What would you say was the most challenging part of that competition, and what was probably the most notable thing from that experience that you learned?
Yeah, so I would say the kind of the best things of that experience like were the mentors. We had about, I want to say 20, 25 mentors that we did like kind of a speed dating, and I think that helped me a lot because I was there talking to a bunch of different people who could help me out and actually help me out over the summer during the incubator. But that was kind of one of the key takeaways, as well as being able to know like I have the ability to build these pitches, and it's all these things that I see on Shark Tank I was actively doing. The most challenging part of it, I will say, was even though it was like, oh, the theatrics of it, I could do this Shark Tank stuff, is getting there, the steps to getting to that final pitch competition, because there were a lot of preliminaries. I would say the most challenging part for me was shooting the video. When I tell you I shot that video, I want to say like 20 times over.
Did you watch a couple episodes of Shark Tank?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I watched the Scrub Daddy one. I watched the beatbox one. I looked at the Airbnb pitch deck example, and from there I kind of just got the confidence to do that. So from there it was beautiful. It was the most challenging part, but it was the best part of it, I will say, because from there you get to learn how to talk in front of people, and not only, but you're not shy in front of the camera. And even in the final pitch competition where the judges are sitting virtually, they were sitting right in front of you, helped me out in the long run.
All right, so let's take a bite.
Yep.
It's a good sauce, good flavor on it. Nothing crazy yet.
Yeah, no. I think I could do this.
Yeah, it's not that spicy.
Yeah.
Not crazy at all. Whatsoever.
Yeah. So shortly after you started your business, you entered the Ionavation Challenge with what you had built.
It's so hot.
You can take a sip of water if you need.
It's so hot. All right, come on, let's go.
Yeah. So, it's the Ionavation Challenge was a 2.5-month competition for students to create or expand their original business ideas.
Yeah.
And yeah, is anyone feeling it on their lips now?
Not really, no.
No? All right.
Not what?
Just me.
It depends how you bit into it.
Okay. So,
Tip of my tongue.
yeah. Why don't you take us through that entire 4-month process and say what the most challenging part was and like your most notable experience that you learned throughout the entire thing?
So throughout the entire thing, I would say the most challenging part was not only just keeping up with the deadlines, but the things that I had to do, like the video. The hard part was shooting the video and making sure that, you know, me, I'm a person who's not very self-conscious, but you know, if people are going to look at this, I want to have a positive outlook.
Right.
I want people to be able to judge this and be like, all right, this is a great idea, and he pitched this effectively. And then the pitch deck, because there was a lot. You doing all right?
No, I'm fine. Go, keep going.
Like the pitch deck, making sure that there was enough not only enough information, but the information made sense. So I would say that was the most challenging part. But the most notable thing that I could take away from that was definitely like the mentors, not only the ones that we had met from different businesses, but the ones here in the Heinz Institute. Like I had Rob and Rihanna that helped me the entire way. Rihanna was constantly making sure that I had these things done, if I was keeping up with the work that I said I would get done, as well as all of these orders. Like I had Valentine's Day orders and stuff like that. This is information that I could be implementing. I remember I sat down with Rob and Rihanna and I was setting up not only invoicing, but how to keep track of all these things. So in the future, it's easier for me to transition when I took the money from the Innovation Challenge and incorporated myself with an LLC.
Right, kind of like making you want it. So it's like you want to see this perspire, you want to see a future with it.
For sure, and that extra push took me the extra mile, and God, you know, blessed me with winning that first place.
Yeah, that presentation was really good. By the way. Did you watch a couple episodes of Shark Tank before you
absolutely
presented?
I'll definitely say notable ones are Scrub Daddy, Beatbox, and I watched a couple fails as well, like and you know, I took notes of what they did wrong and how I can improve on my pitching here.
That's really good. That's smart too. Yeah,
for sure.
At the end of the day, you ended up winning the first place. Did you celebrate a little bit with the money, just a little bit?
I would say not much. I definitely went on a dinner with my mom and my cousin, who is my CMO, which he helps me with like marketing and stuff like that. We had a little celebratory dinner, and then afterwards, you know, everything was pedal to the metal. I had a month break, then hopped into the incubator, which was also run by Rob and Rihanna. And with that money, I went and just put it right back into the business to continue to grow.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I think we can jump into the next sauce.
Sure. Not that crazy, to be honest. Just like the first initial kick.
Yeah. Well, no, I started feeling it on my lip a little bit. It's like progressively getting worse throughout my entire mouth now.
I would say like my tongue, when I tell you,
My
like,
eyes are watering.
when I put it, like when I ate it, and just like it was on the tip of my tongue, it's just like you know when you breathe out, it's just hot.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like. But we're good, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Light work, no reaction. No reaction. That was hot though.
Okay, so now we're with our fourth sauce. We have habanero pepper. How did you guys do in the last round?
Honestly, first 20 seconds definitely kicked me in the mouth, but we're good now.
It was like all over. Like I felt the spice.
Yeah.
I really felt the heat. Yeah.
I think I was able to handle it. It was pretty rough, but I kind of pushed through with it.
Yeah. I'm glad for you.
Yeah.
This one, triple X.
Yeah.
Quadruple X actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
How is it?
Oh.
Is it burning your nose?
Oh. You sure you want to eat this? This one? All right. You guys know I'm not faking.
I'm nervous.
Yeah. So over the summer, you became a peer mentor during the Idea Spark program for students with disabilities who wanted to create or expand their own business ideas. What was that experience like for you? Let's take the first bite. Let's take our bites.
Yes.
Not bad, but I'd say it was a great experience from going from being mentored to being a mentor. Wow. But from winning that first place and getting in kind of the story of how I got to be a mentor was I'd walked into the space and I heard Lenny and Marisol talking about it, and I asked them, how can I apply for this? They helped me with my resume. I applied for it, then thankfully got the job. And throughout the entire thing, I had 3 students who I were mentoring. I had Marquita, Patricia, and Eric. And thankfully, I went from obviously being mentored and I won first place, and I mentored Eric Ryan. His company is Tripper Corp, which helps disabled people go ahead and get transportation 24/7, which isn't just, okay, they go ahead and drop you off. And he actually won first place, and their first place prize was $4,000. It was a great experience. Honestly, I love being able to sit in the seat that the mentor sat in with me. I gave him the same thing, how I was talking about those notable deadlines and how to set up this pitch deck and what does he really want to think about, and giving him those those harsh truths that were given to me, he's not the only one out there, you know. Like I could say that's a bunch of entrepreneurs that, you know, you're not the only one out there doing this, but what sets you apart? And asking those hard questions and him taking that kind of criticism helped propel him to win, as well as kind of help me examine my own business and realize what I'm saying to him I also need to practice to myself.
Right. It was good that you were able to, you know, use that advice and, you know, give that advice as well. So speaking here to the audience too, what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs who want to start their own business but don't know how?
So what I would say is anything, obviously business-wise, it needs to be something you're passionate about. Not only just something you want to do or something you see people on TikTok, or let's say TikTok and social media doing, that, oh, I can go ahead and start this just because everybody else is doing it. No, it needs to be something that's near and dear to your heart, because when it's near and dear to your heart, you're going to do 10 times better. Like, mine started when I gave it to my girlfriend, right? Me going ahead and going forward with this business, wanting to incite that same emotion that she had onto others, is what makes me amazing at what I do. Everything that I do, there's a bunch of love that goes into it.
Right.
And that's what I would say. It's not just what you want to do, it's just like, what truthfully do you want to do? Because there's like people, they go ahead and get jobs and they just do it for the money. This has to be something that you love. If you're gonna build it from the ground up, you have to believe it as much as you want others to believe it.
Right.
So you say there's like an aspect of finding your why.
Absolutely.
And once you find that why, how do you go through that process of finding it in general?
I'm not gonna lie, for me, obviously it was right off the bat because I wanted to make people feel that same emotion, but you need to really learn how to vocalize it, and that's something that Rob and Rihanna really helped me with. Over this incubator over the summer, it's asking, what is my why? What are these things that are like I'm passionate about that I want others to feel? And it's not just not just the gift giving. It has to be the emotion. Like I said, my girlfriend cried when I first gave it to her. When she showered me in hugs and kisses. This is the same thing I want somebody else, if they're giving the flowers to them, you know, feel that same emotion. So it's not just, that was my why. My why was, what do I want both people in that kind of relationship feeling, or even outside of that. Like, you go ahead and you give it to your mom. Your mom is gonna look at this and be like, wow, like, this is beautiful.
Right.
And sit here and look at it. So finding your why is a lot about emotion, not just, oh, I want to do this because it's a solution, but you need to link it to something that's emotional, or like emotional wise.
Oh my god, it's hurting my lips even more now.
Honestly, that was nothing.
Yeah, it was
I'll be
good.
honest.
But
I think the third one was hotter.
The third one was hotter, but like this amplified the feeling in my lips.
I honestly, like, there's nothing. If that was 4, that was like,
Yeah.
3 was 4.
No, 4 3 times.
What?
Honestly, I think we should mix them.
Mixed up?
Yeah.
I think we go 4 3.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on to our next wing and question. How did you guys like that sauce? It was good, right?
The more you have
It was
it, the
good.
more it gets
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah, like drowning it, definitely, you know, it's roof of my mouth.
Mhm.
Felt like I was a dragon in Kung Fu Panda.
Right.
But, you know, we're
That's
pushing
hot.
on.
It's really hot. I don't like it.
Yeah. We're
I'll
gonna do
be
one more
honest.
time with the sauce. So.
Oh, man.
So-
One more. With the cream.
As your business progressed, what other business ventures did you have in mind? Did you find any that, you know, sparked your interest? Like when you started Balcacer's Bouquets, you're like, you know, yes, I would like to continue this, but what else, you know, is there anything you want to incorporate with your major? Talk us through that.
So business-wise, so there's kind of like 2 things that I would like to move into.
But before you do, you have to take a bite of the wing.
All right, let's
Think about yours.
How is it?
This is the moment of truth.
I'm getting there. So, in fact, I'm fighting right now. A business venture that I really wanted to start, and it really doesn't have any idea on it right now, is I want to build something myself from the ground up.
Right.
Something that's never been seen before. Something that not only is going to revolutionize the market, but something that everybody would use in their day-to-day life.
Right.
So that's kind of one of the goals of mine. Another thing that I would like to move into is, one of my hobbies is playing video games. So kind of starting content creation, and doing that content creation will help me with marketing my own business and stuff like that. But doing content creation for video games and stuff like that, just having fun with my friends. That's always been like a hobby of mine, and I always tell my friends I think we could have started a YouTube video,
Yeah,
a YouTube
you
channel.
know, like when you talk about it as a kid, how you want to start that
Yeah.
YouTube group and you want to have that like phase house or whatever.
Exactly, not even the phase house, it's like fan house, and it's just cool.
Yeah.
But definitely that's kind of what I would love to move into. Any other ventures that I'd like to be interested in, like I said, just the making my own product from the ground up. And another thing that I would like to move into is just rental properties, stuff like that, like real estate, for sure.
Yeah. The house market is actually going crazy right now. So that's a pretty smart thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. 10, 15 years, just be able to say,
Inflation.
retired, a couple properties.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you say that now you have like a good foundation to start, or even maybe starting like a consulting business of your own?
Yeah, I wouldn't say a consulting business, because personally, I think that all the kind of mentorship that I was given for free should be passed on like that. Like, I personally don't like do classes and stuff like
Right.
that. But I think Balcacer Bouquets has a good enough foundation where I can go ahead and, once I get somebody to really have their foot on it, like a manager position or something like that, I can go
Right.
ahead and start something else.
Nice. That's dope.
Yeah, you're doing really good. You're okay. You're
Composing
not needing
myself.
milk.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys see it,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, no.
I'm about to cry.
My lips are on fire. It feels like it's just
My
like
lips.
a volcano is coming out of my mouth. So you completed the challenge, Jared, for the
Hallelujah.
most part.
Yes.
What do you mean for the most part?
So now we're having an ice cream interval, and basically we're gonna have ice cream. We're gonna be able to dig in as soon as I'm done explaining what's happening next, for a good like 15 to 20 seconds. So now we're gonna be having a trivia game, right? And it's gonna be basically a bunch of specific questions that are tailored to you, your business,
Okay.
and there's no right or wrong answer, unless you don't know your own business. But yeah, so we just dig into our ice cream. How's your mouth feeling right now?
Yeah.
Just my lips just hurt. That's it.
Yeah. All right, so I think that wraps up our ice cream session.
Yeah.
How was it? Was it refreshing for
Oh
everyone?
man,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That's awesome.
Maybe it was the heat, but that's the best chocolate ice cream I've ever had in my life.
All right, well, we're gonna throw you back into the depths of flames.
Right.
So we're just gonna have you have one more wing as we make you go through questions tailored towards you specifically and your business. And yeah, after that, we're pretty much gonna wrap things up.
There's more ice cream in there.
And you were doing good, so no need for water, milk, nothing.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah.
just straight
Ooh.
hot sauce.
Yep.
You know, what do we think if I had the jalapeno on there? Is that legal?
Go,
Completely?
Go
You
for
got
it.
Yeah.
It's the last one. You gotta go big or go home.
And if you want a bigger challenge, you can mix all four.
No, you're all right.
All
We're
right.
good to go.
So, after you take a bite of that wing, we're just gonna start shooting questions at you.
Yep.
We're good.
You just have the camera zoom in on him.
Yep.
Wow,
That was a good
That
clean
was-
bite.
that was clean.
Yeah.
That was like raw.
Very
All right.
demure.
So, jumping into it, what's the best flower that you would say is the best gift for anyone?
So, the best flower, I think, honestly depends on the person, but obviously a hit is always roses. My personal favorite is carnations.
Mm-hmm.
I think they open up really well. They last a lot longer than roses. They don't take as much, obviously, like water intake. Carnations are just beautiful to me. They just look like pom-poms, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the most expensive bouquets that your business has to offer?
The most expensive bouquet, honestly, depends on the person. But I'll say the biggest order that I've done was 125 roses in a heart shape. That cost the person, I want to say, about $395.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what would you say is the cheapest that you could get?
So the cheapest that I offer is going to be my 24 rose. It's my 24 silk roses is going to be $65.
And just the other flower places were charging like 100.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Way more expensive.
What would you say it's like the greatest number of orders that you've had in a day?
So I'll definitely say it was here on this campus. CEO Club actually had the pop-up. Shout out to CEO Club, by the way. We had the pop-up. I believe I received about 15, 16 orders that day.
Wow.
It was for Mother's Day, and it helped me out. One, it helped me out a lot. Helped me get my name out there, just being out on the green. And I also offered a discount when people got discounts for ordering and stuff like that. So it helped me put out a lot of volume.
So what's your goal for max amount of orders?
My goal for the max amount of orders in a day, I would definitely say like I feel like it's not about the orders in a day, because I can get hopefully God willing I get 20 orders in a day, but I think the hope is to at least be putting out 10 to 12 bouquets a day.
Mhm.
So it's like, because people can order and they'll be like, all right, cool, Mother's Day I'll put out like 50, 60 bouquets, but I think consistently be putting out 7 to 10 bouquets a day is the goal.
All right. And last but not least, is your business on any social media platforms? If so, what are they? Shameless plug for the camera.
So shameless plug, I'm on TikTok, Boxes Bouquets, Instagram, Boxes Bouquets. In your browser, go ahead, put it in www.boxesbouquets.com. Beautiful. LinkedIn, Boxes Bouquets. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think you pretty much covered
Yeah.
everything.
Sure.
That pretty much concludes everything, Jared. Thank you so much for coming on to the show
Thank you,
and
guys.
having some wings with us.
Thank you guys for having me. To be honest, it was a great experience. The wings were pretty good, even though that sauce right there on the end almost caught me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slipping, but
Yeah,
No, but you were doing good.
yeah,
it was
pretty
amazing.
good. That ice cream, great ice cream.
Yeah, I think I had some side bets on me to fail this challenge, but I pushed
You
through.
need to take a sip of water. I had to keep talking, so I needed some water. But I'm glad none of us touched the milk.
Thank you so much, Jared, for joining us today on the show. It was really good asking these intense questions with the intense sauces.
So thank you guys for having me. It's been a great experience.
Yeah, of course, it's a pleasure. I feel like we got closer together.
Absolutely, my brother.
This concludes our episode of the Ionavation Podcast, Hot Ones edition. Our social media will be linked down below in the description for more updates with the Heinz Institute. For more great content like this, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you so much.